got the car pulled in the shop here. I figured before I cut it up, I'd do a quick aftermath video. I've never done one before, but we'll see if anybody watches. I figured this would be a good car to do it on because of what a disappointment it was. You know, the people in the stands, they don't realize how much time and cost goes into some of these cars, but the other drivers know, especially the cars that have the extra effort into them. There's probably, you know, over a month of working on this car every night and then weekends to get it ready. So I went out on Friday night, Clinton, about a minute and a half into the heat, lost drive in the transmission, so I only had reverse, and it was a 21 car heat, and there was not a lot of room to get wheeled around in there. I managed to get turned around once and made my way to the end of the track, and then that was where I sat and got stuck up against the blocks. So Saturday, I pulled it in the shop, pulled the motor, threw a new transmission in it. It's not that bad of a job, but it's not a small job by any means. And decided to get up and go try my luck again Sunday, and it didn't get a whole lot better. There was a couple guys out there that saw this car as a threat, and they decided to take care of it. So this is what happened. I threw a few bad shots myself, which didn't help, and I took a few bad shots, and this car went bad fast. It should not have. I think I've built somewhere around 7 or 8 of these cars now, and I've never had one go this badly. So this driver's side frame rail, this point here should be about 6 inches forward. It just buckled at the strut tower. The strut tower's pulling away, and then just absolutely dumped the cradle out of it. So yeah, not ideal. The motor was rocking like crazy. It dumped the motor down with the cradle, so the wishbones aren't doing anything now at this point. And yeah, you can do a lot of damage in a hurry. You can go through a lot of parts. The skidder, I think, is sliced somewhere. So, you're into a new skidder on this side. That header was, or these headers were brand new on this car. Not that you can't pull them straight and run them again, but, there's a lot goes into these cars. So when they don't perform the way you want them to, and they don't last near as long as you want them to, it's a disappointment. That's to say the least. Back end after Friday was coming in really nice on these stock compacts. You can notch, no pre-bending. You can tuck your trunk. So I did what I normally do with these, and it did exactly what it was supposed to. Just wad it up into a ball. It's a little worse for wear now. It's starting to pucker pretty good on the floor, although the seams are holding together great on both sides. It's just the floor is starting to let go. It would have been fine for a few runs. I usually run these things forward anyway, but with the front end like that, this car is, as good as scrap. Pull the parts out and get started on the next one and try it again. I forgot to mention what actually took this car out on Sunday is once the cradle bent, the steering shaft on these things like to pull out. So it pulled out, I had no steering, and I kept wheeling around, getting smashed into like a pinball. And then with the motor rocking the way it did, it ended up pulling the throttle cable off. So I was a sitting duck. I wasn't going anywhere.